Hey everyone, welcome to our TV show on Friday night. And well, as we mentioned during the week, today is a special day because we have a special, very special guest. We have talked about sports, music, podcast, but today we're going to talk, we're going to do an interview to a scientific man, a man of science who is a professor of research and, of course, a businessman. And well, for this reason, it's important to share this knowledge with our audience, with our kids, with our teenagers, with our children, and with people in general. Well, for today, is special also because we are going to do this interview through the Zoom platform because he couldn't come here at the studio of the TV show. But well, welcome, Enrique. How are you? Hi, Henry. Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, thank you very much for having me here. It's a pleasure to be with you. Well, it's my pleasure. And well, we're going to start with the interview. And well, the first question is, what do you do? Well, I do research. I am a research professor at college. And well, I'm also a businessman. I apply this knowledge to my own enterprise. And well, my fields of work are technology and, well, of course, all about research. And it's all focused on enterprises for the development and competitiveness. Well, the second one is, where are you famous? Well, I don't think I'm a famous person. I only think that I have done things that important things for me and I think for society. For example, to be concrete in this question, I think I am famous because I got my master's degree when I was 22 years old, and of course I did two PhD philosophy doctors. The first one I got it when I was 24 years old, and after that I moved to France to continue my studies when I was younger. That's amazing, I think. No, speechless. Well, the third one, what are you doing right now? Well, right now I'm doing research work in France. And when I did the second PhD, I moved here, and well, that's what I'm doing right here, right now. And okay, you're only doing that. That's right. Thank you very much. The second, this is very important. Could you emphasize in this question? How do you define yourself? Okay, that's an really interesting question. I think this is for all kids that are watching this because this is a great TV show. Well, I think I am a dreamer. I will explain this answer. For example, the scientific method father, Logan Lay, pointed out in 1623 that science is learned when we play. Then we always have to play to learn something. For example, at school, at college, in a master or a doctor of philosophy degree, it's very important to be creative. This is the most important thing to acquire the knowledge, and well, I think that's everything. We have to play to learn. And well, of course, be creative in everything we do. Which has been your most successful project? About that, 5 years ago, I did a research for an important country in Latin America region, and well, specifically my country. And well, I'm really happy because it helped improve the economy and the commerce. Okay, for example, do you consider yourself a success man? And why? Of course, I consider myself a success as a success person, but why? Because I think I'm happy with what I have done, with who I am, and with everything. I really enjoy this part of my life. I think I did a good effort since I was at school, at college, and I think that's for me everything. That's the reason why I consider myself as a success person because I'm happy and because I enjoy everything I do. And well, about this, what have you been doing during these pandemic days? We know that the pandemic has already finished, but what did you do? I read several books. I wrote books, book chapters, articles, international articles, scientific articles. And well, I think I took advantage of the time to learn two languages more. For example, I started to learn German and Chinese. That's what I did in pandemic. Okay, that's very interesting because I think most of us we watch movies, series, and of course our audience watch this amazing TV show. Well, the next one is what would you do? Well, this is very important. What would you have done if you had chosen another profession? Okay, I think that's an interesting question. For example, if I had chosen another profession, I think I'd be a doctor. I probably studied medicine. I think doctors are a very important, well, to be a doctor is an important profession in the world and for society. Well, I think I will be, I don't know, maybe a doctor too. No, I'm kidding. Well, the next one, what would you do when we go back to normal? If we back to normal, I think I will continue the activities I do, my hobbies, go out with my family, and I think I'll do that. The next one, can you tell us what are you doing to improve what do you do and what are you going to do to improve your personal life? To improve my personal life, I think, well, I check all the things I have I have growth in my life career plan. Yes, I have one. And I think it's important for all people to have a life and well, a career or major plan because if we establish our goals or objectives with parameters to be able to to know if we can do them, we can be more. That's what I will do. Can you tell us about your family? What tell us about something important you have done with your family and what you have experienced with them. I don't have a family. I don't have a girlfriend. I'm not married, but for me, my family is my father, my mother, and my younger brother. I think the best I have done with them is to meet almost every important city of each country in the world, in all five continents. I think that travel and meet other people, cultures, acquire more knowledge is more important. And well, that's everything for me and my family, and to still learn. And about this line, about this file, we like to know more about your hobbies. The next question is, do you have hobbies? Yes, of course, I have hobbies. I think my favorite one is chess. I find that a strategic game, and I think it helps to my brain to be working, to work. The second one is to play music. I play piano. I really find something interesting in that instrument. I really love the songs. And the third one is, well, practicing self-defense sports. I think that's very important. It's helped me to relax and to be really, really good. I think, well, I'm real bad at chess. I just can't do it. For example, well, we go to the next one. Did you used to practice any sport when you were a child? Yes, I did. When I was a child, I used to practice taekwondo. I really love these sports. I think sports is my passion. I find an analogy in the sports. For example, each belt has a meaning and a relation with each stage and field in our life. Oh, pretty cool. For example, I remember that I used to practice football, not soccer, football. I was good at it, but I never practiced any kind of self-sport defense as you. Can we know where do you live right now? How long have you been living there? I'm living in France since I moved out here. I've been living here in another countries, but well, I live here. When I will finish a project, well, it's important to say that I will move again to Mexico, where I am from. Well, that's what I do. Well, the next one, what has been your greatest achievement? I think this is very important question because you have several achievements, and we like to know something more about you. What your criteria about this question? Well, my greatest achievement, I think it's myself. Of course, I think I've been present and not only well survive. I'm happy, and I think that ourselves we are our most important project, and that's my well more important achievement in life. I'd like to know what could you like to be able to do in coming years? Well, in the coming years, I go back to my original little town in Hidalgo State in Mexico. I could live there, and well, I will help my community. The last question is, what has enabled you to become the best in what you do? And well, I think that learning of my professors, my best professors, they are two, has enabled to me to be well to be the best in what I am. I learn from them every time I know about my profession, and I think many aspects of life. Okay, thank you very much for your question. And well, I think with this we arrive to the end. Well, thank you very much to you, Henry. It was a pleasure to me to be here. And well, I think with this we arrive to the end of the TV show. Well, with this part, thank you very much for well for all your answers and to be here.